Right, I'm back, and I thought, well, while I'm in my granddad's workshop making some videos with this boiler, this Ecotec, I might as well take the opportunity to have a little chat about the infamous F75 fault code. So, armed with a cup of tea, because we're going to be here a while, we'll get cracking. Now, the F75, unbelievably common problem with the Vaillant Ecotec boiler, and I've had numerous calls, and quite scary calls actually, from people who have spent literally hundreds of pounds with heating engineers and plumbers trying to get to the bottom of the problem. Now, I can assure you that over the last 5 or 6 years that I have never had to extensively spend money to cure this problem. On some occasions, if the heat exchanger or the main heat exchanger is badly blocked, then you might as well write off the boiler and just go and get yourself a replacement. However, if it's not the heat exchanger, there are multiple reasons for the F75 fault code. Now, first of all, we need to understand what the F75 fault code is and what it's trying to tell you. Now, I'm not going to go into too much technical detail, as I previously said on another different video concerning the Ecotec. It's come to my attention that a national multi-million pound company, their engineers have got my videos on their laptops because we're using it basically to fix boilers on their behalf. So unfortunately I can't tell you how to fix the problem. What I can do is give you an idea of what could be causing the problem, to give you, or just to put you on the right scent really. So I can't tell you actually how to fix it, but I can give you an idea what might be causing it. So, Ecotec F75 fault code comes up in the display, you reset, boiler tries to restart, flashes up the F75. Okay. Let's have a look at what the F75, where it comes from and what it is. Now, boilers are just like kettles. Okay, you wouldn't want to put your kettle on without putting any water in it, and exactly the same principle applies to all boilers. Now, because if a boiler comes on, there's no water in it, you're looking at quite a hazardous situation. So you don't really want that to happen. So the boiler's got lots and lots of safety devices built in, not just the Ecotec but all boilers, to prevent that occurring, or to stop stupid people putting the boiler on with no water in it. So this boiler has an electronic sensor. Now, this sensor does two things. It constantly monitors the actual system pressure of water pressure inside the boiler system itself. And this you can see quite easily without using the worst pressure gauge in the world, simply by pushing the minus button here on the display. Now, I can't use it on this one because the boiler's not powered up, so I can't show you, unfortunately. But normally in the display you will have just the temperature of what the boiler's doing at that time. So you'll have a couple of indicators under there, whether you've got the warm start on, whether you've got the heating on, hot water tap, and the temperature. If I push the minus button in until it clicks, and hold it in and release it, for 3 seconds the display will change and it will give you the pressure reading from the electronic sensor inside. Now that might come up at 0.8, 0.9, 1.3, 1.4, 1.5, whatever it is, and that's telling you what the bar pressure is inside the system. So 0.8 would mean 0.8 bar. Okay, now that's the standing pressure. So the boiler knows it's got water in it, but now it has to check whether the water's actually going to be moving around the boiler when it comes on. So how's it going to do that then? Well, it's pretty clever really, because we have here a circulating pump. Now, the pump is a very high pressure pump, really powerful. So when that pump kicks in, water shifts around that boiler and goes out to your radiators extremely rapidly under pressure. So if that little sensor down there is reading 0.8 bar standing, when that pump kicks in, that pressure should go up a bit because the pump's running. So the sensor should then pick up an increase in the pressure inside the boiler when the pump starts. Everyone's happy, boiler's happy, it's got water in it, 0.8 bar. It knows the pump is running because the pump pressure has increased it, or increased the pressure, by another 0.1, 0.2 bar. So now the message goes back to Mr. Brains here in the printed circuit board and says, hello, we have water in the boiler and the pump is running. You can now bring on the gas and fire up the boiler, and away we go. Everyone's happy. Unless, of course, it's not getting that message, or it's not picking up that 0.1, 0.2 bar pressure increase. In which case the boiler will attempt to fire up or attempt to run 2 or 3 times, and then after a bit it will go, you know what, I'm a bit fed up with this, so I'm going to go and watch I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of the Jungle, or whatever it is. So it will just sit there and go, nah, no more, F75, and switch off, leaving you very cold and with cold showers. So, not good. You keep resetting it by making a difference. Now this is the knack in curing the F75 fault code. It's not just about guessing at changing this, that and the other, or oh yeah, the pump's knackered, get a new pump. It's probably got nothing to do with that. What you've got to work out is what could be causing that sensor not to be picking up that pressure increase. And there are lots and lots of reasons for that. Now, generally speaking, you should be able to fix this problem for less than 25 quid. Because I have yet very, very rarely had to condemn a boiler because the main heat exchange is blocked. Usually, I can fix this F75 problem without any parts, or one, that costs less than 25 quid. Okay, so don't start jumping in there and ripping the boiler apart and taking this out, changing this and changing that, because it's unlikely to be an expensive part you require. You need to go through the protocol, fix all the things that could be causing that lack of picking up the pressure increase before you start spending money. Very expensive to fix if you don't know what you're doing. Things like expansion vessel, pump, sensor, hydroblock, filter, hoses. Expansion vessel, very, very important. Okay, so they all need to be checked. If you go to my website, there's a link on the top of the page where it says F75. There's a lovely picture there with some arrows pointing to all the different bits of the boiler, giving you a little written description of the things you need to check. If you are in deep doo-doo and you are fed up with getting raped by dumb plumbers, you are more than welcome to give me a call. But please be aware that I only work in London, preferably South East and East London. I occasionally venture into North London, but only usually in the summer months when I can actually get there in under 3 hours to do 17 miles. So, if you get stuck, give me a ring, I'll come and sort it out for you. If not, be warned, you shouldn't have to spend fortunes to get your system up and running again and to cure the F75 fault. There you go, F75 in a nutshell. Thanks very much, bye.